up? What up? What up? Welcome to the Maleroom Show. Yeah. Well, let's get those likes up for me, fam. Yeah. That Rollo. We got Jay and Jen. What up, fellas?
What is going on, bro?
You know what I like to do, man? Let that beat drop.
That beat drop.
Let that beat drop.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
What up, fellas? What up,
Yes, sir.
fam? Oh, y'all all right, man?
Afternoon, fellas. Good afternoon. How y'all doing, man?
Good, man. Good, man.
What's going on, squad?
That little last minute snag, bro. That little Wi-Fi can't try to that little technical thing at the last minute.
You got an issue with your Wi-Fi, bro?
My Wi-Fi was acting stupid, you know.
About to stop your shine today.
Yeah, man. It was trying to hinder me from being great, man. But we kept it moving, man. You know. Glad I'm in the tech field. Glad we can fix that junk, man. But how y'all doing though? Nevertheless.
Yeah, I'm good. Nevertheless, right? Yeah, we're good.
Yeah,
Hello, man. How was your weekend, man? You good?
My weekend?
No, I'm talking about low. I'm talking about low, man. I'm talking about low.
Low, your weekend?
Man, raw low. Man. How was this day? How was your weekend, man?
It was Rob today. I forgot to put my.
Oh wow, yeah, you're very studious today. What's going on?
Studious.
Right. Okay.
Man, it's been
Put my government name on it. You know?
Switch our game up a little bit.
I see, man.
But no, man, it's been a dope weekend. We had the shout out to Berica. What's up, Berica?
What's up, B?
It was a dope weekend. Me and Impo shut down another show yesterday. It was the Motor City Roots Festival, man. It was crazy. The energy was up. Nick did his thing, man, and we shut that down. So shout out to the in crowd, man. Shout out to everybody that showed up.
That's what's up. Congratulations.
We're gonna keep doing this thing, man.
For sure.
What's up, bro? Keep the mics up while we keep the mics up, huh? I like that.
Oh yeah.
So the Lions won today?
Yeah.
Barely. Man.
Because y'all was smashing. Y'all was like 22-7 last time I checked when y'all was playing the Commanders now.
The defense still don't know how to play 4 quarters, and I don't get that.
We tend to go to sleep, always during the middle of the game.
They come out in the second half and just the offense got it, man. And the Commanders suck.
Yeah, well that helped. That helped a lot. I'm pretty sure.
But a dub is a dub, man.
Yeah, you gotta, and that's the thing. That's the thing about the NFL, and that's why I love NFL because every year, every game is you never know.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember the last time we had like back-to-back champions in the NFL, which is a good thing. So
yeah, it's been a while.
Well, yeah, the Lions they pulled it out. That's why you play 4 quarters. You know what I'm saying? So
that is right.
Shout out to the Lions, man.
It is what it is. I'm glad it just wasn't a second half game.
Yeah.
They always got to have us biting our nails, but we wouldn't be the Detroit Lions if we didn't. Right,
for sure.
That's real.
For sure, man. Well,
that's real.
Well, we ain't gonna talk about my team because we'll be here all day. So,
man.
I don't even look like you talk about
a little slow.
I said we weren't gonna talk about it, and he wants to continue.
You want to talk about it? You want to talk about it on the show, so your energy can stay up.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to. Man, I'm telling you, bro. Black people, the black community is really, just really hating on each other, man. You know what I'm saying? But man, shout out to everybody, man. Thank you all again for
Thank you to everybody that is here right now. Appreciate that.
Yeah, before we dive into the show, we start off with a little bit of that funny. I gotta bring up another video, man, because it just put me back. Like when it first came out, I just got to reintroduce it, just in case people out here don't remember this. I got to do this, man. This right here is my man Godfrey. and we're gonna have to let him know what's up, man.
All right.
All right, I'm about to play it real quick, yo.
You got K-Back is down.
He jumped at the mic. I just
He
said,
jumped at the mic.
wait, K-Back's, she was.
Survey said.
So he was in.
You know, Steve Harvey like, I'm gonna look at that answer. Survey said.
Why is this nigga always surprised?
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
nigga,
like
you
this.
know what they said.
Yeah.
That shit. Here.
Oh man.
Oh
That fucking
no.
Steve Harvey be like, he be like, yeah. What your ass say? Yeah. I mean, your ass. I mean, she was like, she said, I said the top fruit. Yeah. She said, oh hell no. She said, oh. She was like, I'm just saying, y'all.
You like to eat out?
Hey, he been killing that Steve Harvey impression, bro. Godfrey has been killing that Steve Harvey impression forever, bro. She said, bro. That is on point.
Funny, man.
That is on point. That was on point.
I said the top fruit. I was like, he said, oh hell no.
She said,
Oh my God, no.
Hey, he was on point with that.
C said. C said.
She said.
What your ass say? She say, yo, Godfrey, man, is the him between Godfrey.
He already know the answer. Why is he so surprised?
Crazy, oh, I'm in tears.
She said, gotta take her.
Oh my God, dog. He said, oh hell no. Man, he sounds just.
Hey, he's an actor, man. He know how to bring that energy.
Oh man,
that's crazy.
Yeah, man.
You good,
shout out
busy?
to Sean, yo. Shout out to Sean. Hello, everyone.
What's going on, Sean? Thanks for tapping in.
Thank you for tapping in. Oh God,
you good, busy? That's
I'm
like
good,
I'm about
man.
to
I'm
take
trying
you out, bro.
Get that dude right there. You know, I love comedy, man. I love comedians, man. They some of my favorite people, man. And this guy is, dude. Godfrey is crazy.
I like that.
Go ahead, I lost on you, man. My bad. I ain't
man. Hey, you know we got to come with the fun at the beginning of the show. We really hope y'all enjoy those clips, man. You know, because we all, at the end of the day, these are my brothers, man. This is what we do. We laugh, we joke, so we want to bring a little bit of that to y'all before we dive into the show. You know what I mean? Tay had to cut his camera off. Hey, we about to do the toast, man. You got to show back up.
Right. Oh, okay.
But no, thank you everybody for tapping in. Thank you to all the mail carriers that are here to start the show. If you don't see us now, you'll see us later. We appreciate y'all. You know what I mean? So once again, we have come together for conversation and camaraderie, discussing topics relevant to both men and women in today's society. We love and appreciate everybody that has tapped into the Maleroom Show. This is what me and my brothers do, man. A lot of y'all have been here for the last 9 weeks, and we just want to let y'all know how much we love you. Because this is what we do.
Definitely appreciate it.
But fellas, as we
embark
on another round table that has turned into the mailroom, let us never ever forget the foundation that is our Trinity. Toast up, fellas. Let's go. Yeah, man, we got a good show for you all today, man. We're gonna be discussing some things. We diving a little deep today, but you know how it is. You know, we gonna talk from our perspective, and our lovely mail carriers. We know y'all gonna be tapping in, so I think we're gonna have a good show today, man. What y'all think, fellas?
Sure, absolutely.
Hey, school here.
Oh yeah. All right, man. Y'all ready?
Let's go.
All right, man. First topic of the day, fellas. Does a man's weakness in women cause him to be double-minded? Does a man's weakness in women cause him to be double-minded? Mm.
Oh, I
Man,
remember them days.
that's tough.
Ooh.
Now we just talking about general, like just bam, he see like he see a woman, he into a woman. Like I'm just everything about her. No certain thing about her make him weak or just her overall. Is that what we talking about?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we can
yeah
go
we talking
in a
about the
generic point of view.
overall.
Yeah.
Just the
Yeah, overall
overall,
weakness.
just a man's just overall weakness for the female species.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, I would say it can. Uh, you know, I think a lot of times people forget that us men we have emotions too, and we we go through things mentally when it comes to women, and I think if you get attached to a woman enough and she brings certain emotions out of you, you'll definitely be back and forth with how you feel, and not even make and like to me, you got to be in a relationship. Obviously, I'm not just talking about just any random woman making you feel a certain way, but if you find a woman that really taps into your emotions and yeah, she can spaz you out. And you could be over here one day and then be over here the next. I really think it could happen. You know what I mean? It comes down to her tapping into that side of you that really gets you to a place where it's almost it could be uncontrollable because you start feeling her, you start feeling the vibe, and things get off. And uh, I think like anybody, when you are passionate about something, passionate about a person, it can really mess up your mind and cause you to be all over the place for real.
How you think that starts, right?
Um,
How you think somebody gets there? Like,
yeah,
is it the immaturity of the man? Is it the woman imposing? How do you think that happens?
it could be both, bro. Like it could, it definitely. I think it mostly comes from the immaturity of a man because even though, like I just said, us men we do have emotions as well, but I think us men we have to be more cognizant of controlling our emotions. You know what I'm saying? Because I think we have to be aware of the situation. We have to be aware of our relationship and understand. Yeah, we can get upset, we can get angry, we can get sad about our situation that we are in with a woman. But I think it's important to control those emotions and show that emotional maturity. So rather you trying to get back to where you were before all this double mindedness came, or you're trying to get past where you are and keep it moving in a progressive way, you got to show that maturity. So yeah, I definitely think it's a maturity thing.
Yeah, yeah, I definitely agree with you, man. I
Yeah,
think because I can. It is a point in time where a man can have his mood, his direction, and his way of thinking change the um for the woman just being there. You know what I'm saying?
hmm,
Especially if he attracted to her. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And whatever the case may be, I'm definitely a living example of that. Like just being in my early days, man. Yeah, like you know what I'm saying. I was attracted to women like that. That was actually the basis of one of my old relationships was. And I was young, you know what I'm saying? We young. A lot of people do wild things when they're young, you know what I'm saying? Just growing up, trying to still understand myself. And then I was attracted to, you know what I'm saying, a woman. And then it started off for me. I was over abundantly attracted physically. And then
mm,
I think I started emotionally tying it to it. You know what I'm saying? Because we weren't really compatible like that. But
yeah,
I made it
yeah,
so in my head. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's how that started. And I left. I literally had to go back, and I did not know until after the fact. After the relationship kind of like over. People, because you don't really see nothing when you're inside of something. When someone,
yep,
people outside be telling you, you don't see nothing. And so when I looked on the outside, I was like, I really changed the person I was. You know what I'm saying? I changed my whole direction. Stuff I was gonna do, I was gonna, have my own little personal goals in life or school or whatever. Changed it. You know,
yeah,
for it was a little bit of imposement on me. It was a little bit of that, but it was mostly me being immature in my way of thinking that I can have my own life too,
hmm,
and still have a partner relationship as well. I can still have my side of the story. I was trying to do that whole thing, give my all to one particular woman, and so it changed. You know what I'm saying? My way of thinking. So yeah, it happens, and I agree on the tip of immaturity. It happens there, but when more mature, you still start funding in your own ways.
Right.
It doesn't happen like that. You know what I'm saying? And and I'm gonna bring up a point though. Like we mentioned before about women. You know what I'm saying, attaching to guys for other deep reasons. It could be for the fact of upbringing, missing men in their life, and they attach themselves to the guy in their life. Men do the same thing.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
you said
have
something, my
that-
bad.
Yeah.
You said something very interesting, bro, about y'all weren't really compatible, but you kind of like, it's almost like you forced it. That could happen.
Yeah.
When you really, like, you try so hard, you really want this woman, but you know that y'all not, equally yoked, I guess I could say.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, if I had a pro and con sheet, it wouldn't have added up.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
You know
but
what I'm saying?
you the physical, and then you were young, so the physical attraction took over. That could take over
Right.
at our age now too, but that could definitely mess with you when you try to push something that's maybe not there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Where you at, Busy?
Yeah.
Oh, I agree. But that's it. I think the double-mindedness is the result of men's Disney complex.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So that's where that comes into us. We think we can like start like solving everything and rescuing everybody. And then when we see a need, men get attached to the need because it makes them feel adequate because they can fulfill it. So the weakness is in that, and that thing is is with that woman. So if you're with a woman, men that are with women who constantly need them, who don't have their own accountability position in life, that normally happens is where it's like, okay, well, I can find a way to feel needed here and feel adequate, so I'll stick with her. You know what I'm saying? And we all have done that at some point in our lives, you know. So
Right.
I do think that it does cause the weakness. It does cause the double-mindedness because the very thing you set out to do, when you don't do it, you've already compromised yourself.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And if you have compromised yourself, then that means that you're not for her and she's not for you.
Mm-hmm.
Because if a woman is for me, she's not. If she see me compromise myself, she's going to make sure I don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's a protection. There's a protection connection between the both. Both. You know, a lot of times it's like men provide, protect, love. Okay. In your relationship there should be protection. We call it security, right? There should be some
Right.
protection between both. And protection is not financial. It's more so of the thing that upholds you and keeps you accountable for you to operate in your character. If you're operating outside of your character and me and you together and I don't say nothing about it, then I'm enabling your character to continue on, even though I know I got a problem with it. I have a problem with it because it's affecting you, not because it's affecting me. It's only affecting me in the result of the fact that I want you to be better. I want you to continue to be who you are. But I can't be who I am if I'm weak all the time towards a woman just because she puts some pressure on you or something like that. Sometimes women will do that. They will try you. They will try you. They'll put a little pressure on you to see what you'll do for them. And then if you do it, then you enable them to continue that on with you. And a lot of times men fall for that because they're just weak. And a lot of times the weakness is always connected to sex. Let's be real. Let's keep it a bean. Let's keep it a bean. Right?
Kobe
Like,
Bean.
yeah, a Kobe Bean Bryant. Let's keep it a Kobe Bean because real talk, like it's always some type of sexual connection in the midst of all the other stuff where there is a double-minded thing. Okay, you know what I'm saying? And then it causes stagnation within you, and then it has to dawn on you like, man, we're not even married. We're not even. You start going down the list of things that's not even supposed to be associated with that, and then you like, you know what, I'm messing up. You know what I'm saying? Then you have to approach yourself differently because of that. You got to fix that weakness. You got to get that under control, under subjection of something that's stronger. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then that way you can follow that. Because again, We love to exclude God in everything that we do. We just want to do our thing all the time. And I'm telling you, it doesn't work that way in life, period. It doesn't work that way. And we can say that we were young, old, it doesn't matter. We subjected ourselves to a certain choice that we decided, and therefore we got the results we got. We can blame it on anything else we want to blame it on, but at the end of the day, something within you felt that need to be adequate. I've been there. You know, and because I felt adequate because I was being successful in fulfilling the need, I didn't care about reciprocation because I was like, it didn't matter how she treated me. She was happy that I did something for her. That made me happy. That was the immaturity that I had. Now it's like, no, I need reciprocation. Reciprocation is very, very important, vital to me.
Just said that. We just went through this, right?
Yeah, exactly. So at the end of the day, it's like, if you're not reciprocating the very thing that I'm giving to you, then the common denominator would be me. And if I recognize that, then I have to make a choice for me. You're not my wife. You're not my girl. We're not exclusive or nothing. It's none of that. I'm single till I'm married. So at the end of the day, I'll make a decision for me. I'm about to do my thing. I'm about to get myself together. So I'm about to clean up all this mess I made, because it ain't nobody's job to clean up my mess but me. So I'm not calling my mama. I'm not calling my daddy. I'm not calling my cousins. I'm not calling none of that. It's me that's weak. So I got to fix that. You know what I'm saying? And that's where I think men fall into trouble. They don't have any, because they so attached to something else that's not really fulfilling them. They like, okay, well, I'll make an excuse for continuing to do what I'm doing. But it's like, you really need to clean that up, my man. You know what I'm saying? And then, because especially if she's not contributing any type of solution for what's going on with you, even if it's just like, yo, babe, you know what? You're not being yourself right now. You need a Snickers. You know what I'm saying? You really need a Snickers, because you're not, this not the guy that I was connected to. This is not the guy that I saw in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I know that this is not you. You know what I'm saying? And a strong woman who operates in her femininity, she will say that to that man. You know what I'm saying? And if that man is a real man, he gonna listen to it, especially if it's good for him. He'll listen to it. But yeah, men always, when men get weak, man, we get, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. Like you said, Jay, you know, I'm gonna go to school, I was gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. And all of a sudden, all of that stopped because there was some type of attachment, you know what I'm saying, a false sense of security somewhere that made you feel good about yourself. But then at the end of the day, you're like, but I'm not happy.
Right. I felt obligated.
And it happens out of nowhere, Tay.
Yeah.
It happens out of nowhere because, like you just said, with Jay's example, he had things that he planned on doing. But that connection that you think you have with a woman, if you feel it's there and it's not, man, bro. And then it goes with recognizing, like you said, okay, what is this? So that's deep, and it happens so quick, bro.
Yeah.
It happens so quick.
And it's detrimental too, to me, in my opinion, man. The constant inability to recognize the double-mindedness and the weakness that you have for a woman will cause simplicity.
Yeah.
You become that simp dude, dog.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You will become that yes guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You'll just totally deviate from anything that you stand rooted from originally that you was in, and all of a sudden you become this yes guy, this follower to her. You know what I'm saying? And to what you said, Tay, only mature women will tell you. The immature women wouldn't. They'll continue to be the leech.
Yep.
And continue to suck the blood out of you.
Yeah, they won't
out
care.
of everything you worth, and won't even, you know what I'm saying? You know, and that end up, you know, and then people like that, you know, of course, like I said, people on the short end of the stick want to blame the stick. You know what I'm saying? And they end up saying it's the women's fault.
Let's think about it. If sex wasn't involved, would you be that attached?
Right.
Probably not.
Right. Probably not.
You know what I'm saying? If you wasn't sexually active or sexually into this person at all, would you have been double-minded? Would you have stopped doing the things you were doing? No, probably not. More likely not. More likely you would not have done that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's look, it's always there. It's always lurking somewhere out there. there is that connection, that physical, like yeah, there's that other boom, boom, boom. It's always there. If a woman, if I be seeing clips sometimes, like on the internet, they be showing clips of like women who done, like bust somebody windows or whatever. Like that. You got those type of chicks, right? That's a whole different. Yeah, we already showed that though. Right?
I missed that one.
Yeah, you did.
I'm gonna hear about that later.
Say nothing.
It's all good.
That was me saying hi to Sabrina, man. Shut up.
Oh, okay. Okay, Michael Jordan. I saw good evening from Sabrina. I took it personal, so I clicked the. No. But, it's the last dance joke. I'm sorry, but I forgot what I was saying. Love you, Don. I'm sorry. No, but if the sex wasn't there, you wouldn't be attached as much. Like you wouldn't be double. You wouldn't switched up your program, whatever you were doing, right? Because somewhere along the way, that grows into something. And like those chicks that be like busting dudes' tires and windows and all kind of stuff at their car, because they're, like I said before, there are a group of women that do that. Though you best believe they had sex.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You can almost guarantee that, right?
Yeah.
Because if you led with your body, you led with the very thing that dies off. And at that point, you suffer the consequences that you chose to do. It's sad. It's sad to say, but it's honest. Like we be making some crazy decisions, man. We really think about it. And now that we're older, we are out of those situations, and we have time to really think and really meditate. We be like, man, it is nothing but God's grace that kept me in my right mind with all the stuff I was doing, because that's what you're experiencing is God's grace. He pull you out of something that you put yourself into. That's grace. Yeah. And
that's how we say
and that's something to hold on to when you continue your journey in life or whatever. Hold on to that, because you don't want to repeat. You don't want to do a sequel of the very thing that hindered you in the first place. You don't want no sequel. You just want to I learned my lesson. I'm good, and I'm moving on. Yesterday when we had coffee and conversations, Berica was on the show, and we talked about how the generational gap. I talked about how my mom is 4'11", but I saw things that she did to my sister, so I learned from that. Like, mom 4'11", my sister's taller and bigger, but she was knocking her out when she got out of line. You know what I'm saying? Because my sister tried her. She was trying her. And I'm like, yo, I learned from just looking at you get knocked out. You know what I'm saying? So that's the same way with life. You know what I'm saying? If you see someone going through something or whatever the case may be, or you go through something yourself, you learn from that. Like, yo, man, I see what's out here. I see what can happen. Let me be a little bit more cautious. You know what I'm saying? Let me stop thinking I'm so invincible to the point where it won't happen. Yes, it can. It can happen to you. Some of the greatest people on earth have fallen because of some situation with them and a woman. And we have to be honest about it and fix that. You know what I'm saying? So that way we won't repeat the cycle.
Yeah. And I think too, since we're older, we don't go through those situations because we know what we have to do to prevent it. We know what we have to do not to put ourselves in that position, to have that type of back and forth way of thinking and moving when it comes to women, because it can really knock us off our square if we let it.
Yeah.
And I think
same thing with women too.
Yeah. And I know us three right here, we have definitely made the choice to never put ourselves in those positions
again.
Yeah. Same thing with women too. When you mature and start learning your worth, you'll stop putting yourself through situations like that.
Yeah.
Just would, no matter what type of, how much the guy, you know what I'm saying, how good he looks, how much he makes, you'll stop putting yourself through the same situations. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that happens on a woman's end too.
Yeah, that's what it is.
A lot of women fall for the deadly sixes, is what I call them. You gotta be 6 feet. You gotta have a 6-pack. And you gotta make 6 figures.
Was that 3 sixes too? That's not good.
That's why they call it deadly. You fall for them. Go ahead.
Told y'all we was a little deep today.
Go ahead, LaQuisha. Fall for those dudes if you want to. Okay.
Told y'all we was a little deep today.
Hey,
Hey.
those
That's real.
deadly sixes ain't no. You can think it won't happen to you, ladies, but I'm telling you, you fall for a guy based on his aesthetics. That's the wrong thing to do. That's my observation as a man. All right, as a man, you falling for the aesthetics. You falling for the wrong thing. That's what men do. Like men,
And that's the wrong thing on our end.
that's actually a man thing.
Yeah.
If I see a woman that is like smart, intelligent, competent, all that kind of stuff, and she fine, yo, I gotta find out something about her. Something about her. You know what I mean? And so with women enjoy security, and so if they enjoy security is not just money, and it's not just the fact that he can protect you from somebody who try to hurt you. Security is being able to protect you from your own emotion that can be harmful to you too. That's another form of protection, because your heart can deceive you, especially if it weighs more than your common sense.
Hey, Robbie, go on there.
We going
about to say?
If yo,
he go on there.
Hey,
you know what I'm about to say, right, Tay?
Yeah.
Whatever you want to do, Rob, go ahead.
You ready? You want to do it, Jay? You want to say it?
I'm gonna do it with you.
All right,
go ahead.
Tay, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go. Pull.
Hey, if your heart weighs more than your common sense, you need to fix that. You need to balance that out, because I'm telling you, you being led with something that is desperately wicked and deceitful above all things. All right. So at the end of the day, that is not the way. That's not the way to approach, especially if you're talking to a guy that's like new, fresh, or whatever. The aesthetics shouldn't mean anything. It should be, because this is why men are so attracted to femininity. The beauty of the woman is just the additive. It's just like, man, that just makes it even better because I'm attracted to her. She's like, and she attracted to me and all that kind of stuff. But the thing about it is like the femininity, those polite qualities, those kind qualities, her sex appeal, the way she flows, her respect, her submission, all of those things. Men are. That's what secures us. That's what makes us be like, you know what? For the fact of who she is, not just what she look like is gonna be a bonus, but who she is though weighs way more. That's why a lot of times you'll see guys that
this is should.
Yeah, exactly. Just like with Denzel Washington and his wife. A lot of people, especially women, was talking about Denzel's wife. Like, she don't look the way that they thought that she would look based on the way he looked. Based on the way Denzel looked back in the day, he was super handsome, all that kind of stuff. He was a stud. And the women is like, oh, girl, what does his wife look like? And when they saw his wife, they're like, When his wife was on Oprah back in the day, they was like, what? What's she? No, that something right. He cheating on her. He got to be cheating on her. He can't be satisfied. But that's not true. And that's not true. You know, first of all, you don't know his life, but he's still married to this woman to this day. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, she may not be the most aesthetically pleasing woman to someone else, but he didn't marry her for that. You can tell that man married her for all the things that are valuable and that you can't put a price on. And if you ladies put a price on the thing that's invaluable, then you caused your own self to be on the clearance sale.
Right.
I feel it coming on early, so I'm gonna chill.
Yeah.
I'm chill. But
and run the intro back, man. Put your name in front of it.
You know what I'm saying? You might as well.
I'm just saying, man.
Great thoughts. That was some dope thoughts, brother. That was some dope thoughts on that one, man. I love that. Cut that up real quick, man. I love those some dope thoughts right there.
Yeah, that's what's up, man.
Talk for a minute about that one, but you know, it's trial and error, it's experience versus non-experience, feelings and emotions. You know what I mean? All that ties into that topic right there about controlling it, being aware. I think we can sum it up to that. You know, man. Shout out to my brothers for that one. Again, thank you to everybody that is here on the live show, man. We always appreciate y'all, man. Again, if you don't see us now, you'll see us later. But we always appreciate our mail carriers who come to our live show.
Mail carriers.
Yeah. Let's get into it, y'all. Topic number 2 of the evening. Y'all ready?
Yes, sir.
Topic number 2 of the evening. This is a good one, man. Do men and women go after what they deserve rather than what they need?
Oh, I want to hear some people in the comments on
Do
that.
men and women go after what they
Yeah.
deserve
Yeah.
rather what they need?
Everybody in the chat.
Yeah.
Everybody in the chat. I want y'all to answer this
Watching
right
right
Men
now.
now. I
and
need
women.
something about that
Men
one.
and women. Do we go after what we deserve or do we go after what we need?
I want some answers in the chat, man. I gotta get some.
Yeah, let's see if we get a couple answers.
Let's see if we get
Go ahead.
some comments.
Who gonna start
like
off with this one, man?
We got people thinking about this one.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, I can see them on the couch right now, like, popcorn. Right
Uh,
there.
Do we? Do we? Do you? Do I? I don't know.
Valid point.
I don't know. I think there was a point. I think there was a point in my life, probably early to mid 20s. I'm just gonna use this as an example. This isn't the only way to look at it, but I've always been attracted to a certain type of women. Y'all know the type of women I attract, or that I'm attracted to, and so I would find, I would have connections with them. We would have some, I had some really good relationships. Some fell by the tail end or whatever the case was. But then when I kind of let my guard down a little bit, open myself up to more women that I necessarily wouldn't be attracted to, and I just started to open myself up to more than just my physical or even just the intellectual part of it. You know what I'm saying? I found myself learning how to appreciate. I found a balance in what I appreciate. You know what I mean? So my mindset was like, oh yeah, I deserve this type of woman that I like because I'm going to be happy with that type. But then when I started to elevate my way of thinking, I had some really, really dope relationships with women that years prior to that I wouldn't have even thought about. So I think subconsciously, we definitely go after what we deserve until we maybe experience something different. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
We got somebody saying what they need. So you think that men and women go after what they need instead of what they deserve? Okay.
Do they do that consistently, Sean? You think? I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good question.
So men and women go. So do we go after what we need, fellas?
Do men go after what we need?
It's a men and women question.
No, it's a man and woman question. I'm gonna answer from a man.
You're right. I put it as a man. As men, I don't always think we go after what we need.
I didn't.
I don't think we always go after.
I didn't. You know what I'm saying? Like I just had a story that I said. You know what I'm saying? I like how this question kind of it can branch off to what we just talked about. You know what I'm saying? Because what we just talked about go both ways. You know what I'm saying? In that scenario about the double-mindedness. So for men and women going after what they deserve, because when I take myself for example, when I was looking at the ex that I had and that past example I just made, I wasn't thinking about what I needed. I thought that I could have a person of that stature and attractiveness. I thought that I should have a kind. I just had this list in my head, intangibly. I had this list in my head. You know what I'm saying? Like, and when I seen this person, you know what I'm saying? When I seen this person I had a relationship with, I just knew that was it. I didn't dive into anything else. Only until after that I've been with her is when I figured out what the difference was in our compatibility. Then when I started studying our compatibility after a relationship, I start studying that compatibility, like, start taking faults from what I did and all that type of stuff, whatever I suggest everybody should do after they get out of a relationship. Study yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you don't trip over the same broomstick. You know what I'm saying? But when I did that, I was like, I didn't necessarily get what I needed. I was chasing.
But did you feel like you was getting what you deserved though, or were you getting something that you just always wanted?
It was something I always wanted, yes.
Okay, so if that's the case,
yeah.
Okay, so I'm just. So if that's the case, then how did you know what you deserved then?
How did I know what I reserved? I just made it up.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. So
I mean,
you made it
I
up
made
from
it up.
where?
It was just in my
Okay.
head.
Okay, I got you.
I didn't
Okay.
have nothing. I didn't. No, I was just. I mean, it was just my own intellect coming up with what I think I deserve.
Okay.
It was
Gotcha.
that type of thing. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Mhm.
Not only until I got what I thought I deserved is when
Mhm.
I started to understand what I actually needed.
Mhm. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I actually
Yeah.
needed just someone intangibly with those characters like you explained
Mhm.
that I could talk to. I wasn't getting all that list that you said that attached men to women.
Mhm.
I didn't get half of that in my last relationship.
Mhm.
You see what I'm saying? I didn't get nothing. You know what I'm saying? But she looked. You know what I mean?
Mhm. The
She
aesthetics.
was a
Yeah.
trophy chick.
That's
Yeah,
what it
the
is.
aesthetics, man.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's what
what it
happened to
is.
me. And I think men and women do that, you know, to some extent. I think they do that. Not until you really get the idea of the intangibility of a relationship. You will continue to seek what you deserve rather than what you want, what you need.
Mm.
Not until you understand the intangibility of a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like a relationship. I mean, that's all intangible. What you listed was all intangible. The support, the communication, the things that we talked about in past episodes. They had nothing to do with what his wallet was. They had nothing to do with the way he looked. It had nothing to do with that. You know what I'm saying? Like his character as a man, his support character as man, his leadership tactic. Those things are, you can't put a price tag on those. You know what I'm saying? Like those are the things a woman should need in a partnering relationship. You know what I'm saying? But we always tend to look at the tangible instead of the intangible. We always tend to look at the money. We always tend to look at his looks. You know what I'm saying? And not 8 times out of 10 that falls by the wayside, usually after 4 or 5 conversations with the person.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? If you really sat and thought about it, people have whole relationships with these people they think they deserve.
Yeah.
Is there ever any situation where we don't go into it thinking like that, with that, like as far as looking for those things? Is there ever any point where we actually kind of try to look for a person for the right reasons?
What do you mean?
Only when it. Okay, go ahead.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to break that.
No, because he was talking about people come in looking for like basically not looking for the the intangibles. You know what I'm saying? The things that should be sought out of a person. I asked Jay, is there ever a time when people go into these situations with that way of thinking when you're looking for someone?
Yeah.
When you're going after someone. What situations do we ever go into it like that?
Yo, after that wheel run dry, then you start thinking like, I've been attracted to the wrong thing for 25 years. We always wait late, man. Let's be real. First of all, my answer to this particular question is men and women most of the time go after what they deserve. Because what you need may not be aesthetically pleasing. And because of that, you will bypass. That's why I tell women all the time, if you're looking for your husband or the one for you, check your friend zone. You done already friend zoned the guy that actually cared about you. You done friend zoned him so long ago, he done got married to somebody else.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Because again, for some reason, we think that life is Dave and Buster's. I can have whatever I want. I can get all the tickets I want. I can get all the stuffed animals. I can play all the games. I can do everything. I have enough time, and I can get food, and I can get to the bar. Then I go back. No, you don't have time.
I'm gonna make time for all that at Dave and Buster's.
You're getting old, ma'am.
I feel you, right?
Thank you.
You're getting old. All right, you're getting older. If your attraction is still youthful and adolescent, you're not a grown up.
Mm-hmm.
You're just an adult walking around appropriating being
adulthood.
Yeah, adulthood. Thank you, sir. That's all you're doing, and you're not fooling anybody, because as soon as you start talking, I can tell how old you really are. And then you want to look at me like I'm slow. Like, well, I'll talk about stuff that has a little bit more substance. You like, well, I don't think about it that way. Like, obviously. So it was nice talking to you, and see you again. See you. Bye. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, it's like what? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're going after what you deserve, you are adolescent in the mind.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what we did. Like, I agree with you. That's what we, and you too, Rollo. That's what we did back then. We was young when we didn't understand who we were. Yeah, we did that. But now, there are certain things that I need. There are certain things that I need, and they're not even that difficult. They're very, very simple things. It's only difficult to the person that don't have a desire to be that way, or to do those things, and that's your choice. Again, like I said from the start of this whole show, from episode 1, I don't care. Hey, if you whatever you decide to do, that's cool. I just don't want to hear you complain about the consequences that come with your choice. You made a conscious decision to do something or to be attracted to somebody for a wrong reason. Don't call me crying like, oh my God, he cheated or she did this. She took me for everything I got. Yes, they gave you signs that they were a thief. They gave you signs that they lie. If you lie, you steal. So if somebody gonna lie to you blatantly in your face and then turn around in the same breath and tell you that they love you, dude, bitter and sweet can't come out the same fountain. So at the end of the day, it's like if it's all mixed up, all weird, it's a whole lie. It's a whole lie. So I'm gonna walk this way. I'm gonna let you do you. I'm gonna walk this way. No judgment. It's on you. Hey, do your thing. But I'm not participating in your shit show. Yes, I said shit.
Yeah.
Indeed, you did. Indeed, you did.
Hey, man.
That's exactly what it is. They didn't want to present the shit show to you after they dumped the other dude that was the star of the show. After they done with him or her, they want to present it to you like, hey, I see that you got yourself together. I don't have myself together. Let me present this shit show to you. All of my stuff. And then I want you to fix me or to subject yourself to me. Make sure I want you to do certain things for me that will make me happy because I don't want to be reminded of what I went through. But you put yourself through that. So going after what you deserve makes you have that mentality. If you go after what you need, that means you have a mature approach to your life and to who you want in your life. And if I'm not making those mature assessments and approaches, then at the end of the day, it's like all I'm doing is subjecting myself to the same adolescent, stagnated, non-growing mentality. And if you do that, then you're not living. You're just existing. I agree. Needs over wants. What do you need, ladies and gentlemen? What do you need? If it's needs over wants, put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat if it's needs over
wants. I like
put
that,
a 1 in the chat.
Yeah, it's definitely what's up, man.
Yeah.
Maturity plays a big part to it, dog. It really do.
I agree.
My dad told me.
Mhm.
My dad told me that maturity is applying logic to your choices and movements based on what you've learned and what you've been through.
Man.
That's what he told me. And it made no sense to me. You know,
God bless the man. That's real talk.
Applying let's break that down. Applying logic. You gotta have some type of logic. Like it gotta be a right and wrong to everything, right? Gotta be a true or false. So applying logic to your movements and choices based on what you've learned and what you've been through. See, people can tell you all the time. You can go and have, you can have a lot of education and have no experience in the subject. That is not a mature person. You're not mature in that subject. If you have no experience in it, but have all the knowledge of it, that's not maturity. It's based on your education and experience through the subject. You have to go through something to learn something. You see what I'm saying? So, when we have, like you said, it's a transition. We learned that we was going over our wants and desires of what this person should have been in our lives. We went after that. We went after what we thought we needed. Went after that. That was a total shit show, like Tay said. We end up doing that, and then coming out of that, it should be a different way of thinking. But some people don't grow from that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Right. Now that's what's up. So many immature and shallow people choose a partner based on a type. That's true. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you can have somebody that you're not physically attracted to be the perfect person you can have, you can share anything with. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. But that's why immaturity plays such a big part. Because now if you have a mature way of thinking about your mate, then all these things that you all of a sudden listed in the past that you thought you was going after really don't mean much. The communication means more. The friendship means more. People don't even want to be friends in a relationship. They gotta have a friend first. How am I supposed to be exclusively dating you and you're not even my friend?
Yep.
I can't even talk to you about certain stuff. That don't make any sense. So that is where it come from. That's the one thing I thought. I was like, my ex-girlfriend wasn't even my friend. I thought she was. I made it to be like that in my head, Rob. I did. I thought it was. But she was, when I came out of it and looked,
he jumped with the mic.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't that. So it was like, I had to maturely think of it a different way. Like, so now that's what I need first. I need something to grow from. I need a foundation to grow from. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need you to be cool with me. I need you to understand me as a person. Then you can say you can like and can be compatible with this person. You have to know the person. That's what the friendship is for. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think we go after what we reserve. It's just the immature way of thinking at first. But you know what I'm saying? Later you find out what your needs are. But you can't know what your needs are if you ain't been through nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can't know what you need in a relationship if you ain't never had a, you know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't never had a relationship. You know what I'm saying? You've been through one solid relationship in your life. Now you the queen of relationships.
Would y'all agree?
You telling people and giving people advice. That don't make any sense.
Yeah. Would y'all agree that we should always keep what we deserve in the back of our mind to help us get to what we need?
No.
No.
I don't think so. You know what?
No.
No, I don't want us to put the word deserve into a negative spot because we all know what we want. And to a certain extent, you're always going to feel like a small place. Well, I don't know. It's going to be in the back of your mind of like what you deserve can propel you to get what you need if you. And I think Jay kind of reverted to like experiences. What you deserve could have put you through a bad experience to get you to what you need. So I'm just putting it in a place where okay, I thought I deserved this, but it's not. It wasn't that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
kind of like reflecting.
Right.
Yeah,
right,
but
go ahead, bro.
When I think about the word deserve, I think about children. I think about children because what happens with that word is way deeper than just like, oh, I deserve this because I worked hard. No, you earned it. It's not a deserve. Right. Deserve and entitlement is in the same realm, and we can try to slice it up the way we want, but at the end of the day, it's all the same thing.
I think it's about how you go about it, but I understand what you're saying.
Even if you go about it the most honest way you want, the resentment attached to deserve is there. It's present. It's like good and bad. You can't do the other.
Right.
So what, Jay?
I said if you're using that terminology of deserve, yes, you're right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So if you continue, if you say, okay, I'm gonna go through this deserving period and then it catapults me to this, why do that when you are able to bypass that route? This is like especially like if you're talking to a person that's like next generation type person, you would really try to tell them like, yo, and because they did it to us, don't make the mistakes I made. Have you ever heard of that before?
Oh, that's bad.
Right?
All my life.
Have you ever heard of that phrase from an adult? Like, don't do the things that I did. Because the reason why they're saying that is because they lost time. And the most valuable thing that a person have is time. So why would I waste my time? I'm wasting my own time by doing something that I think I deserve, knowing that it's no good for me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
I
It's
get it.
now if I'm like for instance, when you work a job, you it ain't the fact that you deserve a check. You
earned the check.
worked for that. You earned that check. It wasn't no
Right.
deserve. You earned it. You did something to get it. You earned it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If a person is telling me what they think they deserve, it's like, oh, it's because I did this. I did. It's a whole bunch of fluff within themselves, and it's like, dude,
It's a
like,
self-loathing word, though.
it's a self-loathing word. It is the way it is.
Because if I
Because
say I want a good woman, but if I change that and say I deserve a good woman, I'm talking about my characteristics.
yeah, exactly.
Why I should get that. That's
You're thinking
all
about
that
yourself.
is. And you're thinking about yourself when you say that. And it's not saying that you might be a bad person or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a difference between that, the humility of saying that you need something, and saying that you deserve something. That's a totally different humility factor to it.
Mm-hmm.
If you ever heard a woman say that, it's horrible.
I wasn't.
You know what I'm saying? You heard a guy say that's bad. You know what I'm saying? So that's
See, me, like,
according to the question, that's what we're saying, Rob. That's
according to the question, I was just looking at it from just another realm, because how I think, whatever I go through, whatever mindset I was in, like I'll put it in, oh man, well, I felt I deserved that, but that wasn't it. You know what I'm saying? I worked hard to be this person. I worked hard to balance myself with this person, and I thought it was what it was, but it wasn't. So I'm gonna remember this.
Mm-hmm.
I think I deserve, this feeling was dope, and I worked hard for it. So yeah, it's a result of the energy I put in, but this wasn't it. So I'm gonna keep it in the back of my mind and help me move forward. So, but I definitely understand what y'all saying as far as when people initially say it, it don't sound good. I deserve this. You know what I mean? But I think from that experience, it can help you learn how to get to what you need. And then maybe you'll stop saying, "Oh, I deserve this," and I need, and substitute it with need, or substitute it with I earned this. But I think the way I think is everything I go through, every decision I make, every experience I go through based off those decisions, I try to keep it in the back of my mind and help me move forward. That's kind of what I was.
Yeah, no, I mean that's fine to do that, but what I'm saying, I don't know. For me, if we're talking about relationships here, we're talking about just pure relationship, whether it's just like on a friendship level, or like with a woman or a man, or with if it's you, a wife or a husband, whatever the case may be. There isn't the deserve and self and what you should feel like you should be rewarded for. All of that is obsolete when it comes to love. Love is selfless.
Yeah.
It's selfless. So there is no dude. There is nothing that I do. There is nothing that has came in my life that is so great that God has given me where I felt like I deserved it. If I compare myself to who God is, it's like, yo, you still love me after I did that? To me, it's more of a humbling thing. It's more like man, I have somebody in my life that treats me like this. And I've been through all these things, but and that goes to Rob's point. Like in the back of my mind, I'm gonna think about it like, yo, man, the things I went through, I learned that at the end of the day, it's like I still don't deserve it. Because there's nothing about this flesh that's even more that's even remotely 100 all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, I mean, I don't know. I'd rather walk in the grace instead of walking in the entitlement part. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that's what you're saying, Rob. I'm not saying.
Yeah, I think it's different. Yeah, it's different avenues to get to the best possible
that's
destination.
Just me learning what I learned. That's just me learning what I learned from what I went through from my bad decision. But that doesn't mean that I deserve to go through what I decided to do. It doesn't mean that. It just means the fact that that was an adolescent, youthful choice that I made mentally that I should not have done, and I learned from my mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So if I learn from my mistakes, I just learn from my mistakes. but nobody deserved like I don't know. The way you question it is like I understand it, but at the same time, it's like there's a loophole, there's a gray area there that we cannot overlook because no one deserves to have their feelings hurt. No one deserves that. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're a type of person that's not reciprocating those type of things. You know what I'm saying? Like me and Jay or you, if I did something to y'all that you didn't deserve, it would be it would be understandable because you haven't done nothing to me.
Right.
I'm just doing something to you. You did not deserve that. That's nothing that you did that rewarded that type of treatment to you. You know what I'm saying? So to put myself in something to say I deserve it is to me is a misnomer. It's like it's more of a you are probably naive or didn't get the lesson and you picked something based on the level of ignorance that you might have because you did not see things or because you didn't pay attention to something. That's all that was. Now, to Rob's point, if I remember that, if I remember what I went through in that, and I remember the lesson that I learned, then I can execute on my next journey of whoever I'm with. I can execute certain things that I learned. That way, I will not repeat the same thing I did. But to deserve mistreatment and to deserve certain things like that, like Jay, you gave a perfect example about what you went through your past relationship. You did not deserve that. That wasn't like, oh, you did it. That was just a thing of like, yo, I went through this. I felt a certain way of what I thought I wanted. I liked the date aesthetically. Everything was cool. Boom, boom, boom. That was your youthful lust. That's all that was. You know what I'm saying? That was your youthful lust, bro. Like, and it is what it is.
We all do it.
Yeah, that's
we
what
all
I'm saying.
Yeah.
Very well said. Very well said, sir. Very good choice of words there.
I'm just that's what it actually is.
Yeah, we all been there.
Yeah, of course.
We all been there, bro. You're right.
We all been there.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Definitely all been there.
There's a psychological state that you in to use words like deserve and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? If somebody said they deserve me, then they think that they think they need that type of standard without any frailty or mistake at all times. And so if I, you know what I mean? So if I actually make a human mistake, they don't deserve that. You know what I mean? It's a psychological state that backs that word. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you're using it to another frail and finite human being. You know what I'm saying? If you're talking about you deserve a certain thing, so it's kind of weird. So I think that's what Tay was on. So I see both points, but it's. I just don't like. I don't like when people say it. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't use it. You know
it does come off. It does come off like you just really all about yourself.
Just loathing. It come off like a self-loathe. Yeah.
What did you do to deserve it? That's normally always a follow-up question to that. You know what I'm saying? It's like natural to ask them, well, what did you do to deserve it?
Right.
But no, I definitely think that it's more so along the lines of we go after what we deserve until we grow out of it. Until we realize, maybe it's better to go into it with a little more level, a little more level-headed. Don't nobody really deserve anything. You know what I'm saying?
Right. To be honest,
you have to.
Yeah, that makes sense though. That makes sense.
You gotta everything needs to be worked for, and you gotta go through those. Say your phrase again. Say what you just said. The adolescent lust. What that lust kind of. Yeah, that youthful lust.
That's what it.
You gotta go through that. You gotta go through that. Man, my brother's on fire today. I told y'all we was going a little bit deep today, man. I think these are some really, really dope topics we got today on the Maleroom, man. Again, thank you to all the mail carriers who are watching our live show once again. If you didn't hear my brother and I appreciate you. Again, without you, there's no us. Without you, there's no us. All of that. Fellas, you already know what time it is. Mail carriers, you know what time it is. It is time, y'all, for our featured topic of the week.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I like this one.
Mhm.
I like this. This one might be a little bit
Got
fun.
for us, brother.
We went kind of heavy. We went kind of heavy the first two. I think this one might cause a little conversation. It might be a
Yeah.
little bit of fun, man. What y'all think, bro?
Look,
Nah.
hey, conference, camaraderie.
I took a
Hey, yeah, conversation, camaraderie.
so I put a poll up on our show on our channel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
All right.
it says are women equipped to play the field, right?
Yep.
And 60% said yes, and
Ooh.
40% said no.
Whoa.
Yeah. Ladies, click the link in the panel.
Oh man.
I would like to know why.
We're gonna
Y'all
end the
see
poll.
the-
I'm gonna end the
y'all-
poll right now.
Y'all see the banner. Y'all see the banner. I mean,
I would like to know why.
You know
The
what I
link is
mean?
pinned up in the chat. So if you want to join us, please feel free to do so.
Please feel free.
Or say it in the comments. But yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there before Rob, before
That
we
was dope.
dove
Yeah,
into it.
I didn't know
I
you
did a
took that
poll. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I be doing them. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to ask the community.
The
You know,
community.
I want to ask the community, right? The Reverend Al Sharpton want to ask the community, the black community, in order to get an answer to this question.
Man. So, our freaking topic of the week, ladies and gentlemen, are women equipped to play the field?
Mm.
That is so interesting, dog.
Okay.
Okay. I have a question. I want for clarity purposes.
Okay.
What do you mean by women? Not just playing. What do you mean by that? That was a gender joke. I'm sorry. That was a gender joke.
That was a perfect joke.
That was a gender joke.
That was
what
good.
time we
That
live
was
in?
good.
Some women don't know they women. If listen, it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. Okay, it's a whole thing, yo. Shout out to Matt Walsh. If you can, what is a woman is a documentary.
I was trying to figure out what. I thought he was dead ass.
Hey,
yo,
dude, it's 2022, bro. That joke is
2022.
I was about to.
You just never know. You just
That
never
be back, bro.
know.
That will be back.
No, all right, no, but
All right.
okay. As far as like playing the field, are we talking about? Look at Sabrina laughing, crack it up. Are we talking about play the field like men, like with the sexual
What's the
field?
exception? Women?
No, I'm just saying like playing it like us, like we have like a roster of women, and then we just got the ones we blah 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 blah. Like how
Yeah,
men.
we definitely talking about
I
that.
would say we're talking about that.
I just want to.
We definitely talking about that.
I would say we're talking about that.
Yeah.
And you talking
That's
about
what I would
women who identify themselves as women based on the fact that they're women.
Yes.
Okay. Another gender joke.
Nah, I know, man. You just
They're
can't
just
come
coming
to
to me. They're just
on
coming.
that one. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, I'm sorry. All right. Anyway,
We are.
I think I'll start off with this. I'm gonna start off with this.
Start off busy.
I'm gonna start off saying that I don't think women are equipped to play the field like the way the field is normally played. All right. It is okay. We gonna get there.
Okay.
All right, Sabrina, we got okay. Hold on, give us a second.
You gotta explain that, bro. You know they don't want you to explain that one.
I'm gonna stir the pot, right? Because what happens is like I'm gonna just go out here and say it. What happens is a lot of times when women do this, I know this is a double standard, ladies. I know it is, and it just is what it is. But when women do this, for some reason, the value of that woman from other men tends to go down. That's just if you talk to men, they will tell you this. They will say this, okay? I don't think women have the listen. If we use the word equipped as if they have the aesthetic things that's needed to play the field, obviously, that just goes without saying. You know, they equip physically, yes, but the emotional, mental, the oxytocin, dopamine, like all of that, if you get into the details of it, I don't know. I don't know, man. I think that women are not equipped to do it. And another reason why too is because women like to volunteer stuff ahead of time, right? Like they just like to talk, right? You could be. Thank you, Sabrina. I appreciate it. You could be like for instance, like yeah, I'm gonna go over my homegirl house. I'm only going over there to eat some chicken because the last time I was over there, they had fish, and I ain't like fish. I like chicken. And you got all these other details. It's like you're probably lying to me. You're probably lying to me, right? And then because when it comes to the swag and the game of it, it's only a small portion of women that got that. It's only a small portion of women that really got that. Like we're talking about, when I say small portion, I'm talking about women who know how to trick other women. Like that type of woman, she's equipped. She can do that. Because there's something in her that has detached from anything that she cares about. There's something has to drastically happen for her to have that right there. But if we just talking about women who just want a man, like yo, they playing the field. Yo, I don't know. I don't think so, man. I don't think women are equipped to play the field in that regard. Thanks. I mean, I'm trying to say it in a way because I don't want to say it in the rawest way because I don't want to be that type of person today. Even though I'm wearing all black, I came from
today.
But yeah, today.
He forgot that we know him.
No, y'all do. I'm just saying.
Well, you put it out there like
Hey, brother, I'm just
doing this for the podcast any other day. That's all I tell you.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. It's too easy. Women are, for the most part, women they are attracted to things that are so weird that a man can play off of that. And because women don't typically know what men want, a lot of times, some women I say, then they think that okay, I can just come in the house butt naked and boom, he gonna just be attracted. It's like you're not looking at the room. he's not saying that's not his thing. His thing is, but because you want what you want so much, you think that the other person want the same thing, and that's not how it works. And if you try to use that mentality in the field, you're gonna always be unsuccessful.
I would agree with that.
You know what I'm saying? Just like your boy Cat Williams said in Pimp Chronicles. I got Alizé in my house. I don't drink Alizé, but bees do. Right? Didn't he say that? I got things at my house that's just for women. I don't mess with men. I mess with women. Like if a woman want to come to my house and she want to lay down and everything like that, on my pillowcase, I got silk pillowcases in case she don't want to put her hair in the bonnet or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like he made that joke, but he was being serious. He was like, I have things in my house that's specifically for women that has nothing to do with me because I like women. Because he watch women. He know what they like.
Women like that stuff. Yeah.
Exactly. Because but if you have a group of women that are self-absorbed, they're not gonna be able to play the field. Because they ain't gonna know how to trick that. You know what I'm saying? So that just to keep it lack of street, like you know what I mean? So at the end of the day, it's like, I don't know, man. Y'all might not have this. I think the fellas, because we know how to detach so quick. We could detach quick. Like it ain't gonna mean nothing else.
Mm-hmm.
It's
what
you
thinking, brother?
It's a mental thing. That's why I don't think women are equipped because they can't handle the strategic aspects and the mental aspects of playing the field. I just don't think they have it in them to do it. You know what I mean? There's so much you got to think about if you're trying to be out here, you know what I mean, kicking it with multiple people that you have to take into consideration that I just don't think women understand. You know what I mean? Simple stuff as like telling somebody to meet you in the same place that you met somebody else. I've seen that happen. Like they don't think about stuff like that. You know what I mean? Then I think if a woman comes across one of her dudes and the dude is, she's seeing with another, she might see him out with another female with her, doing their thing, or finds out that he has that he's kicking with another female too. You know what I mean? She like Tay said, there's a small percentage of women that really can play every aspect of this correctly, but most of y'all can't. So don't let a woman play in the field find out one of her dudes, and she might start getting into him. Find out another one of her dudes, is kicking with another female, or she might see him out with another female. It's a wrap. They can't deal with it. Can't deal with it. They can't deal with all the components of it.
I will say that only the women that are fully comprehensive and fully managed on their emotions can play the field. Only women that are emotionally managed can play the field. That's what I believe. The reason I say it like that, because I don't believe that there are many women that are like that. I just don't believe that. You know what I mean? I believe it can happen. You know what I'm saying? I believe that men can do some female stuff. I believe it.
Absolutely.
But I don't believe as a full encompassed gender that they can play the field, but only the ones that's emotionally manageable of their own emotions. The reason I'm saying that is because the when you start getting physically attracted to someone and that becomes a thing, men have the ability to completely detach from that situation. Only somebody that can completely detach from that type of scenario can play a field. You know what I'm saying? Like just talk to multiple dudes and do a thing or whatever the case. Tay mentioned the double standard, and that's what's up. I'm not even going that far. I don't even care what you do. I'm just saying, as far as the equipment and doing that job of playing the field, that's where men succeed because we can literally turn it off. We can just turn it
zone
off.
Zone out.
We can literally be in sexual relations with a woman and not have no emotional attachment whatsoever. Yep. We can do that. We can fake it. We can do all of that. Like, so you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Only the woman that can manage.
It's only a couple. Yeah, it's a couple. Sabrina,
it's only a couple women that can just manage.
I've come across a couple.
And manage it just right. Yeah. And manage it just like a guy would.
And we'll be honest about it. And they will be honest about it. There's a few, a small percentage.
But yeah, but I think a lot of women think they can. But if you really seriously dissect the results of being physically with someone and having someone just using someone as a part-time liaison, see those type of things. You know what I mean? Like just to be in and out as a rotating door, all that type of stuff. See, men can detach from that, like just completely. Like we can have a quote unquote friend that we just see on that episode, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like women can do that too, but you know what I'm saying, for the fact that we're just not even psychologically there. You know what I'm saying? Like once we walk out the door, that whole thing is shut off, and we'll continue to do something. That's why men can, you know what I'm saying, like have the ability to go ahead and, you know what I'm saying, do the cheating thing more abundant, you know what I'm saying, and more outgoing than women do, because we turn it off. Like we just totally be like, all right, we're gone. You know what I'm saying? Like we just did that. That was fun.
Whoa.
That's great. And we go back home with it. You know what I'm saying?
We go back home and we good.
Right.
We understand.
Yeah.
I'm about to see if he about to.
So yeah.
Absolutely. It's so many. Some people are not disciplined enough to play the field. This falls on both sides. I love that word. I love that word, discipline, because that's exactly what it takes.
Right. Yeah.
Because this is what you're giving out. So don't be afraid when you get it back.
Right. That's true. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like, right. That's exactly a good point, Rob. if you know what I'm saying, if you play in the field, you got to expect that in return. You got to expect whoever's in your list that you play in the field is doing the exact same thing.
You have to.
And there's a lot of women that can't take what they dish. You know what I'm saying? So it's men that do it too. To Berg's point, it's women that too. You know what I'm saying? But it's wild. It's that's true. But you gotta be managing your emotions, though. You gotta be like
definitely on both sides. Yeah, men and women. Some men are not disciplined to do it either. Because I think on the men's side is ego, on the women's side is emotional. So if you're not ready, just don't be out here playing the field, man.
What you about ego?
I love that word. I like that word, discipline, because that's exactly what it takes.
Yes.
What do you mean by ego, man?
Yeah,
I wanted to ask Rob that. What did you mean by ego? You said men.
If we out here, if some dudes out here playing the field, and then they expect their women to not. They expect their women to, just really rock with them. If they're not, especially if they're not being honest about what they're doing.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some dudes get some little females and got their swag so far up that I can go out here and do my thing. But every female that I want me. There's some dudes out here like that.
Yeah.
There's some dudes out here like that.
And then be mad when Shorty do her own thing.
Yep. I've seen it.
You messing with her and old girls like, well, you doing the same thing. What's the problem? Yeah,
I've
seen that can't happen.
I've seen it. I've seen it.
Yeah.
Man.
Playing the field is exactly that. You playing. You know what I mean? It's a game to a certain extent. In games, you got to be strategic. In games, you got to prepare.
Right. And then recognize it's a game.
Recognize it. You know what I mean? Like you got to be ready for how the game might shift. You got to be, the momentum might shift. You might have all the momentum, then you end up losing it. You know what I'm saying? Right. One of the people that you out here doing your thing, they might fall off. Respond to that. Okay, it's cool. I knew what I was doing. But if you get upset, if you hitting them up like, what's up? What's the deal? Because you're not calling them enough anyway. You're not kicking with them enough anyway because you out here doing your thing. And they decide they fall off. So, you can't call them like, where you at? You can't do that. You can't do that.
Yeah, that's old school 101, man. Don't be mad that you got played in your game.
Exactly.
You can't be mad at that. You know what I'm saying? Like men and women, you can't be mad at that. You out there, you put it out there like that. All of a sudden, you found someone in the list that you was messing around with. That's all of a sudden that meant more to you, and she doing the same thing right back to you. And you mad? Like you can't. See, that's what That's a whole different thing. But
I like what Berica said right here. I agree. Boundaries are needed along with self-awareness. If you're honest with and to know, and you can detach emotions, be real, and refrain from participating in those type of situations. Like again, things that should be simple, you know what I mean? But people can make them difficult. You know what I mean? If you're gonna play the field, and you feeling that, if you kicking it with a female, I'm gonna use the men right now. You kicking it with a female, and you get a sense that she's starting to feel you a little bit more than you are feeling her. Just tell her you are here, just kind of doing. Just tell her, I'm out here. I'm kind of doing my thing. There's another woman I'm dating. There's another woman I'm kicking it with. Then let her make the decision. Jay told me that.
I don't know.
Let her make the decision.
I'm not even about to say all of that though.
Be honest.
Right.
Look, I'm not even about to say all that.
Well, I mean, depending on the situation.
Give me 1 second. Can I just get one? Just give me like 2 minutes. All right. I want to share something real quick here. This is the biological difference between men and women. You see that right there?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man!
I'm about to just listen. We talking about all this like detached, discipline, but come on now. We are both, men and women are wired differently. This right here. Let me point at it. This right here is
that's
the biological difference.
Yeah.
This is
See?
That is
Yeah, because like you're wired. You're all over the place. You can't help it. That you can't help it. It is what it is. Men, that at the top is true. This at the bottom is true. Have you guys ever listened to a woman tell you a story from the beginning to the end?
Yep.
You'd be like, how did we get to Vancouver? What happened? What happened?
Mm-hmm.
This is what I'm talking about right here, dog. This is my answer. Yo, I'm going off the word equipped. Equipped. Yo, we just different. We're different. See, look, see, they know what. Look, y'all know I'm telling the truth, dog. Like y'all need to stop this. You can talk about if you're disciplined and what? Stop it. Let's stop this for a second. Let's be real here for a second.
So you saying all women can't do that?
No, I didn't say that. I never said that from the beginning. I said in order for a woman to do this, she has to be completely attached. There has to be something very deep and dark in her to play the game like this. And I used as an example, I said women who trick other women in particular are capable of doing this. That's a very small percentage of women. It's catastrophically small. The majority of women, whether you're just trying to get to know them as a friend or whatever, they come at you like this. They're all over the place. And they got this guy, that guy, this guy, that guy. And then for some reason you find out about it because, again, they talk too much. Just like, have you ever been on the phone with a woman and then she be like, hold on, this is my mama? Like, I didn't even ask you who's calling you. Like, why are you volunteering anything to me? I think that there is a narrative that likes to be, there is a narrative that women like to control because they can't play that. We don't have no narrative. We come straight up and down. Just like what Rob said, yo, hey man, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm out here doing my thing. I'm doing my thing. And you decide whether you want to do this or not. Have you ever had a woman come to you like, I'm a big girl, I can handle it. Everything is cool.
Hell yeah.
Because they think like this. Sorry, this. What? My cat. You know what I'm saying? They all over the place.
You point the wrong way.
And then at the same time, and then at the same time, it's like, yo, you have to steer them. You should see, see, y'all, because y'all have it.
Y'all know it.
So y'all know what's up.
Y'all know what's up. It's some very smart. There are some very intelligent women in this chat right now. Y'all know exactly what we're talking about.
I respect this all day long, but there are only a very small amount of women, because the answer to that question is, are women equipped? I know we talked about guys too, but are women equipped? In my humble opinion, even though Barrica said that, and I agree with that, that woman, for her to detach her emotion, has to be a dark woman to do it. It has to be dark. Something has to have happened, or she have seen some stuff that happened. That's something. And again, that's a very, very small amount of women who can trick, like, because I'm being specific, women who know how to trick other women to do some things. That type of woman can do that, but they're very small. This is what it is. Biologically, we just wired different. Men, we know how to compartmentalize. We don't attach everything to everything. We know how to compartmentalize. We know how to do this, and we know that this is not associated with that. We know how to separate that. Y'all know what I'm telling the truth. So at the end of the day, we totally wired different. Biologically, women can't do this. Unless something happened that is so dark and just really messed up to the point where they give no F's, period. They give no dams, no shits, no nothing.
And that's rare.
And that's very rare. Thank you. The majority of women who brag about being detached and casual flings are fronting. It's a facade used as a defense mechanism. That's all I'm saying right there.
Hey, Barrica, pull I wonder if she's doing it. I don't know if she caught on
Yeah,
to it yet.
Berica, pull.
So, Berica, just to let
yeah.
you know, when we say pull, pretend like somebody threw a brick up. You know how
You
you know?
wanna
And just pop. Because you just give that.
Exactly,
Hey,
dog.
Berica, if you just did that, just give us a 100 in the comments real quick.
That is the fact. That is the fact right here. Women be saying this all the time. Yeah, girl, I got this guy, this guy. They don't want to do that. They don't want to do that. Women want to be special. They want to feel like they're the only one. That they want to feel like when they walk past a dead bush, then roses will start blossoming in the air because of my presence. I'm trying to, man, look. We can pretend all
What
we
was that?
want.
Hey, what was that? What was that motion you just did again?
Presence.
Okay.
I walked past this dead rose and it came alive.
It
And
looks like you're doing a monologue right now, my
you know what
guy.
it is? Because at the end of the day, that's facts. I'm gonna tell you it's facts because Jay pointed it out last week. I gotta pay for your time. That means I gotta pay to get to know you. That means you think you special. That woman is just like most women, and they can't play the field. They're not equipped. Period.
Not ready for it. Not ready for it.
No. So we need to stop all the. If they disciplined enough, stop it. Stop. I don't want to hear that.
It's a lot that come. It's a lot that come when you out here
It's
trying
more
to do
than a
your
lot.
thing.
Yeah.
You gotta deal with your own emotions. You gotta deal with the emotions of multiple people. You gotta deal with the fact that what if you start feeling one, and then you know what I'm saying, you decide to fall back from a couple others, but the one you feeling starts doing their thing. It's so much that comes with it.
Because the guy that make you feel the most special, even though he know the game, if he just move on and you still playing your game, you're gonna feel empty. Like, wait, you don't talk to me the way the other one talked to me. That's all that's gonna be going on in your head, and then you're gonna talk to the other guy, but he already done with you because you started playing the game in the first place. Set your standards in the beginning. You're not equipped, ma'am. Stop it. Stop acting like you are. You're not. You cannot do this. It's okay. There are things that women can't do that men can do. There are things that men can't do that women can do. It's okay. It's like, why we have a hard time just accepting the fact that we're different? It's mind-boggling to me.
That's fine. Everybody can't do what everybody else do, man.
The women who've had success of staying within the boundaries of a casual fling don't go around broadcasting it. They won't promote other women to have flings because they know most women can't handle it. Thank you, my baby. That's all I'm saying.
Berica, pull.
That's all I'm saying. 100. You gave us 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 hundreds. It is what it is.
That's what it is.
Like, let's stop this. No, I don't want to. Like, if a woman is she can't be disciplined to do this. She got to be hurt. A woman has to be completely hurt to do this. To what we talking about? A woman got to be on some devastation stuff. It's a wrap. She got to be like, you know what? I hate men, skip men. She has to live in the realm of misandry. Like there's a lady out here that's like going viral for the last year or so. Her name is Cynthia G. She can't stand black men. And everything on her platform is about everything that she hates about black men. And it's like it's terrible. And at the end of the day, it's like she hates black men so much to the point where nothing she says makes sense. Everything she says is wild. But at the end of the day, it's like you have to be that type of woman in order to play the field and not care about anything. Like I done been hurt and drastically hurt and whatever so much to the point where I don't care about nothing. I'm just doing my thing. I don't care. It got to go dark for women. If a woman regularly who grew up in a decent household, whether it be single or married or whatever the case may be, and she has some sense of herself, they think this way. They think like this train track here that I just showed. They go in all different directions. And men, we're more compartmentalized. We're more straightforward. We're focused. We can get right here. There are some women that can, and that's okay. That's a biological thing too. It just is. I can't. There's certain things that I can't do. Yes, it is. There are certain things that I can't do that a woman can do. I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
But this right here, ladies, the men are. We can do this. We can do this. So I advise women to not try to do this. And I don't want to hear like, oh, I done dealt with men before. Da, da, da. Whatever. You whatever makes you sleep at night, fine. But at the end of the day, don't try this. You ever saw a magic show on TV? They be like, kids, don't try this at home. They mean that shit. You can hurt yourself doing this. Because those women that's trying to play this field that Barrica talking about, they the same ones talking about, I want a husband. I want to be with somebody. I want to have a family. I want to build an empire. You can be Jay-Z. I can be Beyonce. And you 35 years old. If you don't sit. All right. Everybody looking at me like I'm crazy.
Yep. Hurt.
everybody at home looking like, boy, this dude is on fire. This dude's crazy.
You've been hurt, so you want to come out here and do your thing and possibly put other people in a position to get hurt.
Man.
And and a lot of times women won't even be like, women will not be upfront about it. They won't even if the dude that she kicking it with gets an understanding that she might be kicking with the dudes, she's not gonna come out and say it. She's not gonna come out and say it. She's not gonna come out and just not even necessarily say it like directly, but kind of just, I'm doing my thing. She, not even discreet.
But this is why men need to pay attention to what women say. If a woman say something to me that I know clearly is a red flag, I'm not about to go deep with this chick. Like for what?
For what?
Like real talk. Like for what, man? Now I'm setting myself up. And I can't be like, well, she the one mess up. No, you should have paid attention to that. Just the same way with women.
Boo, you got any more thoughts on it? I know.
We always tell women the same thing. Women need to do this, and all that kind of stuff. And at the same time, a man to do the same exact thing, bro. And then when it presented like he got duped, you didn't get duped. You didn't pay attention.
Oh.
And you use whatever you use to make you feel better about yourself. But I know deep down inside, you don't.
You didn't prepare for the game. You weren't prepared.
The same thing with women.
Didn't study your film. Didn't look at your notes. Booze, you got any more thoughts on it, my guy?
No. Nope.
Give me the whole bean, dog.
It's a very very slippery slope, ladies. If y'all gonna be out here playing the field, you better just be prepared for everything that comes with it. That's the advice from the mailroom, because that's exactly what you're doing, and have fun with it. But just understand what you're doing. Understand where you're at with it. I don't know how many women get pregnant by a fling. It's a fling. A man won't claim you if he doesn't want to be monogamous. No, can't say it more plainly than that. There are risks in playing the field, that you have to mentally prepare for, emotionally prepare for, and there's not a small percentage of women can, but a lot of women are not prepared for the mental and emotional impact that can have on you. You know what I'm saying? So just, ladies, if that's what y'all decide to do, be strategic. Think about it. Tread softly. You know what I'm saying? Just be aware of everything that comes with playing this field, man, because it ain't no joke. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my brothers, man. Great discussion, fellas. Great discussion. We are going to head into our Q&A portion of the show. Again, man, the mailroom, we love y'all. Thank you to everybody again for tapping into the live show. Again, the comments keep us going. Thank you, everybody that participates in this show, man. Y'all give us the energy we need. Y'all give us the energy that we need. So right now, we're about to go on Q&A. If you have a question about anything that we discussed today on the mailroom, man, please go ahead and put it in the comments. So you know what? Go ahead and hop on in this fire with us. You know what I mean? Especially today. We had some really deep topics today. And I think we had some really good discussion of those topics. Shout out to everybody that commented. And we appreciate y'all. So anything that you all any question you might have about today's show, please put it in the comments. And again, don't be afraid to hit the link and hop on in this fire, man. While we waiting on that, y'all know what to do, man. This is the Maleroom Show. Each and every Sunday, we come to you 5:30. Me and my brothers. Please get at us on all our platforms if you have not. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. For those of you that are watching on Facebook, we love it and appreciate it as always because we love where you come from to view us. But if you could just slide on over to YouTube next week, we appreciate that, man. Get these likes up on all our platforms, but especially YouTube. You know what I'm saying? That's just what we're trying to do, and we appreciate y'all for that. So the Maleroom Network, subscribe, comment, like, everything that you could do on our page, man. Hit us up at the Maleroom Network, our Facebook page, the Maleroom. There's a few people watching from our Facebook page. We appreciate that. Add us on Facebook, our individual Instagram pages. I was lazy today, my bad, y'all. But I'm at Rollo_1, and my brothers have theirs up right there. If anybody has any topic that you would like for us to discuss right here on the Mailroom, please don't hesitate to hit us up at the Mailroom313@yahoo.com. We would love to hear about anything that our audience would like for us to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Because this is what we do. Conversation, camaraderie, situations involving men and women of today. So just healthy dialogue. So we would love to discuss something that comes from y'all. We don't think everything. We've been blessed to have some pretty decent content. I think the last 9 weeks. What you think, fellas? Have some pretty decent content.
Sure.
Definitely been on fire.
You know what I mean? So we definitely will also love to hear from you all as far as some things that you might have on your mind as far as relationships and interactions and situations between men and women. So go ahead and holler at us, man. Saturday, please check out our other show on the Maleroom Network, Coffee and Conversation, coming to you at 10 a.m. every Saturday, hosted by my brethren, my man with the dope ass flares. Don't nobody do it like him. My boy Tay Busy right there each and every Saturday. Holler at my boy, Coffee and Conversation. He has some really dope topics, man. It's just another level, just another avenue that the Maleroom Network is taking. Still discussing some pretty dope things, but just another view, just another level of our show, just something else, just another way for us to explain and connect with our audience, man. So we really appreciate y'all. So again, anybody with the Q and anybody have any questions, holler at us right now. Hop in this fire, man. We got a treat for y'all next week.
Oh, for sure.
We really got a dope treat for y'all next week. We have the lovely ladies. We have the lovely ladies of the Her Village Awaits podcast joining us next week. Man, that's about to be a dope show. They will be joining us, so we'll be looking forward to that. So make sure y'all tap in for that. That's gonna be a lot of fun. So yeah, man. What y'all at, fellas?
I'm cool, man. I just want to appreciate the people who watched the show yesterday. Yesterday, Coffee Conversation was a good show, and shout out to Berica for joining the show with me. You know what I'm saying? We talked about bridging the generational gap and some dope insight. And shout out to Sean Tillman too, also for joining the panel towards the end of the show, where we just kind of all just like kicked it, man. JB, the gentleman, he commented and things like that. I appreciate the love, and it's all a part of the network. You know what I'm saying? It's all a part of the Mailroom Network. It's not about me or Jay or right. We're a collective. You know what I'm saying? It's one band, one sound. You know what I'm saying? So we appreciate. Much love, B. We appreciate it. And you know what? Her Village Awaits, they had their first live YouTube podcast yesterday, and it was super super dope. And she said Sean Tillman came with the heat. She's dope. For sure. She came in with some insight. We had the chance to talk and everything, and we kicked it. And it was good. It was a good insightful show. And that's what we're gonna keep doing, man. We're gonna keep doing it. But I just wanted to send a special shout out because again, I did ask B to be on the show with me and all that kind of stuff, and it was dope. It was fire. So thank you all for watching Coffee Conversation. We're gonna keep it moving, keep it going. But yeah, man. But next week, man, episode 10. I mean, dang, 10.
Man,
The 10th episode, though. Was 10th
Well,
episode, man. How y'all feel about this?
small milestone, man. I'm loving it, man. 10 weeks in. 10
We-
weeks in, and we just trying to get better, and we appreciate y'all that's been here that's been here all 9 weeks so far. So if you make it to us next week, man, you've been here. to reach our little milestone, man. So we love y'all. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, for sure. Sure, man. You good, Jay?
Oh yeah.
Cool, man. Cool.
Yes. So, man, just thank y'all so much, man. Today was an awesome show again. Thank you to everybody. Holla at us on all our platforms, man. We appreciate and love y'all, man. The Mailroom, episode 9. Next week, we look forward to seeing y'all next week. It is the Mailroom. My boy Tay Busy. My boy Y'all Boozy. I am Rallo. We love y'all, man. The Mailroom. We out.
Yo.